think I'm just trying to look for if there's any other real option they could have gone in for. Uh,
Could have gone for Ancient as the pick.
Inferno or Nuke if it was open. They've actually banned Inferno at the end. And they could have picked Nuke. They had other options, but they've just decided it's our best map. Screw it. We're going to play it. And they played right into ECSTATIC with this veto.
I think it maybe has something to do with having seen the Nuke victory over Sprout earlier today as well, seeing they're strong in the map, maybe trying to shift things up. But it's going to start here on Overpass, so this is a little bit more familiar territory. You know, if you haven't watched CS in a year, you do know how this map works. But should be an interesting one. Laddie KK taking first contact, and no one is looking his way. So they open the door, which sets up Seltzer, but it's still going to somehow come out the way of ECSTATIC. That looked like a really bad position to find themselves in, and instead they get a clear bomb site.
So far off, those Aurora players were all the way up aggressive on A. Is there even a kit down here in short water? I can't see one at the moment. I think these players need to sprint, even if they win this duel with Salazar. There's so much time to play off the clock. Queenix just needs to stay alive, commits to the duel, and actually, somehow, we're in a one-on-one.
This shouldn't have happened. A little bit of an overextension into that fight, but Kragan still has the chance to wipe away any mistakes. He hears the Thunder flitting around. He's going to take the safe angle on it, and he's going to win the fight. Probably had already won it on the clock, but he certainly won it now. Now, this ECSTATIC team, I mean, talking about what was working for them well earlier, Salazar blew up on Vertigo, looked incredible. Queenix was very good. Queenix and Kragan. Kabi had an incredible nuke, and then Manx as well. The aggression, the entries, the leading from the front. We were really impressed with every piece of this team in their matchup against Sprout.
Yeah, and I just want to see more of it. Different maps as well. So, more of a litmus test of where they are at. I like the idea, Mike, that someone hasn't watched Counter-Strike for a year, and they've come back, and they've got both Pro League streams open and all 4 streams of this qualifier open at the same time. 6 streams of Counter-Strike on the ESL airwaves.
They need to get, you know,
that would get you up
reoriented.
That would get you up if they're all different maps as well. Can you imagine?
They're actually just strapped down in a chair, Clockwork Orange style, with their eyelids propped open, just consuming hours and hours of Counter-Strike to get up to date on the meta.
That's the dream. That is the dream. That's
you and I have different dreams.
For me, no, I'm inflicting it, Mike. I'm not going. for it myself.
Okay. Again, you and I have different dreams. Still gonna maintain that. Norley's going looking for this fight, and he might find the flank, but it's on the isolated player. So the rotation's starting to come in to support on towards B. What was that Molotov?
Presumably for short, but it completely missed.
Well, that's interesting. It's cost them a lot of health, and this could actually get quite awkward now. Bomb's going to go down. That won't be a problem. At the very least, this first kill would be huge, and they find it on Seltzer. Tons of damage done. The scout might as well be a shotgun right now. Laddie hits one, a second as well. Laddie KK not realizing Salazar was into the same angle. Not going to be able to get it through.
I thought Queenix had the kill because it was through something, but it was actually Salazar. I don't know what you got against my dreams. I think you'd find them equal parts
I think they violated the Geneva Convention, Alan. I think that's my concern.
They would. You'd be no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be surprised. Exactly what you expect.
Yeah.
And not safe for broadcast.
That nade's gonna hurt.
Listen, my psychiatrist is full up with Endpoint.
Yeah, really. I mean, Endpoint has done this to you. They're to blame for your twisted fantasies. Oh, good flashbang. No kill. The light clears from Kragan's eyes in time. And, well, this was kind of the one opportunity into the round. This was what they bet everything on. They might still kill Kragan. But he's got Manx around to support. So Kragan's down. The site they know is compromised. And Manx is just going to stick around to try and make sure they can't get that gun. Presumably. Which he does very effectively.
I had the mind of a kitten before coaching Endpoint. Not now.
No.
It's just a big gloopy mess.
That is how I often describe you.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Best wingman.
First thing that comes to mind. Oh, Alan? Yeah, he's a big gloopy mess.
What can I say? I'm fluid. All right, let's recalibrate the brains. Kenzie's sticking around in the connector. He's going to get out. Bit of contesting over this B short control. And actually, ECSTATIC could drop 2 smokes just for some map control here towards B. So they get stung out. It could be a problem. 1 kill for Settler. And now the game's up. They've seen so many players.
This is interesting. Oh, Lackey. Unfortunate break there. Just trying to get a reposition. He catches a Galil bullet through the smoke. Down for the count. On the smoke fade. This kill could determine the round. And it's going to go the way of Cabby. Always going to have the advantage playing in the smoke itself. One shot, headshot, all you need. Kenzie flash. They don't know. They don't know he's here. He's going to try and play patient now. Anyone going to look left? Oh my God, Alan. Now he knows. Now the jig is up. What can he get out of this? He can get 2. Patience pays off, but he's still dropped, and the round will go the way of the dodo.
Yeah, I needed a bit of help. I think there at the end. Seemed to get kind of enveloped. That player in water had I think it was Kragan, just had no idea that someone was on the bomb site. What a bizarre round for Aurora. After Settler got traded in Monster, I thought he saw 2 or 3 players and could call to his teammates, but they were so static. Lackey walks right into lead in Monster, and then the next player sits in the Monster smoke. It didn't look right. Let's put it that way, and Laddie is dead already. Guess it's just a half buy, but right into that AWP, and Salazar is potent. Potent when pushed.
Potent when pushed. That's the other way I describe you.
What can I say? I was dreaming.
That's that's what you got on your business card. Alan Hender. Potent when pushed.
It's on my BCSA business card.
Oh no. Oh no. Nori might be able to do something a little interesting, unless he walks straight into the crosshair of Queenix. Now, well, okay, nothing interesting is happening in this round. Ah, there's a rifle. Lackey, hide it.
Just
hide
as
the
said.
gun.
Tell me how Settler's going to 4K this.
He's gonna die.
Hey,
That's what's gonna happen. This is a game of hide and seek. Were you good at hide and seek as a kid?
I'd say above average, but not the best. I wasn't bad at it.
I was good at finding hiding places, but bad at having the attention span to stay in them.
Yeah, that's not the best combo.
But when
You're
I
very
committed,
good for the first 2 minutes, and then you just run out of patience.
I could commit. I also had the advantage. I was very, very small for like most of my childhood. Like I was a small kid. I was a late bloomer. I was a small kid till like 15, 16, really. So, fit in tight spaces.
Don't we all? Why?
Well, no, by definition, we don't all.
No.
That's why being
the
small
joke.
was
Shut
an
up.
advantage. Salazar, opening pick here as things continue to go well for ECSTATIC. He's got some aggressive posturing, and they've also got Lackey with the double op. Lackey's pushing to construction with his secondary op. This is spicy. He's got his pick, but might that just funnel them in towards the side? He's kind of caught out of position, trying to get around. Norvi drops a Molotov to assist it. Now, let's get a little easier. Oh, the peek in, though. That's a bit bold, and Salazar will punish the hubris. So now this forward positioning towards Fountain actually kind of works against them in that they're just so far out of position. Norvi has to hold up, and he's not able to do so. Bomb's going to go down. Do they want to attempt this retake, Alan?
No. I don't expect so. There might be a kill on the side, but they don't have one in their hands. That might entice them. For a nade here? There is a nade for Salazar. They knew the HP maybe, but I just don't think so. Too many nades going down.
Here's the back out. AK retrieved. He's out of there. Especially with the double op as apparently their first investment, what they're going to try and go for. It's going to be expensive to maintain if that's what they want to do.
Aurora are starting already to feel static to me. You would have fought for those two aggressive A players. At some point in that round, there was the information to start taking more space.
Mm.
And you got to sense that as a player. You've got to. This is a map where when you have an aggressive position on A, you've got to be willing to leave one guy there and say 1-for-1 is good enough, and it is because you have such a warning time on going back to A. And they didn't pull the ripcord and just say you're going to stay here. We can't risk. Even connector was open that whole round as well. So yeah, just too many gaps in the defense.
Cabby, complete solo effort here, just takes a fight with Kenzie and wins it. That's going to be a little frustrating for Aurora as well. They've been trained to expect heavy B aggression, which there was outside of Monster again this round. But with that kill at Fountain, ECSTATIC are going looking to see how much space they might gain. And the answer is quite a bit. You got this up. Never mind, you don't have this up. And there is nothing else of major value, just Deegs on the rest. Catastrophe for Aurora. Lakia wants to see if he can't get that rifle back. But I think he's going to have to tango.
Okay.
Maybe not! Queenix is still here to watch the gun, but he's got to be wary about giving more things away. He's found the first. The second as well. For the kill. Repositioning.
I don't think a single duel of the first, 3 or 4 in this round went the way I expected. Every time. Every time. Player that seems to be on the angle set up for the frag. Can't find the kill. Settler can. That was nice.
You are doing this thing again. It's Selter. Sellter. Not Settler.
Sorry.
He's not settled
like...
anything down.
No, I like the Settlers games too much.
Oh, they are good games. This got way more expensive than it needed to be. Fortunately for ECSTATIC, they have the money to soak whatever losses. Because it is 7-0. And that is very concerning if you're Aurora.
Yeah. At least, well, at least their opponent's map pick, but this sort of fashion. Struggling even to find frags. Mr. Seltzer, the only player really having, repeated impact so far. Early mid nades from ECSTATIC. You don't see that smoke very much anymore. And they're going to get aggressive behind it. Cabby's all the way up already. Flash take Laddie off the angle and an awkward exchange as well. Kenzie somehow still in connector. Finds 1 kill, but now he's pinned, surely. How does he get out?
Hit by the flashbang.
They have no clue about. They have no clue about Cabby. They have no clue.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. His positioning could just end this round. Kenzie knows he's stuck in. That was ambitious from Manx. Maybe if you do it coordinated with your teammate, but it was disjointed. So a little bit of an error here. Kraken makes up for it, and Cabby's been found. Here we go. Here's the round working as intended now for Aurora. They just have to seal the deal. Laddie KK, the man with the most interesting hair, perhaps, in the region. Trying to get her done with the...
I've got Raijin on the phone.
That's true. It's a really interesting hair region right now. All the young CIS kids seem to be going bonkers.
Yeah, Result as well. He wants a word.
With these hairdos. So... All right, Norvi with the 1, all onto Salazar. He knows he's got the player in the corner. Gonna take that one. Economic damage is massive, of course, and the bomb plant will help keep this long game going.
This is winnable. There's no nades.
It is.
And they're both coming from the same direction.
It's got the first. Read on the second. Oh my god, Salazar! He did it to him! That's just not okay!
This kid is skilled. He is explosive. He's a lot of fun. What a gem to find. As I was saying before playing for ECSTATIC, I'm not super familiar with the teams he's played for before, but I don't think it would have been maybe just into ESEA Advanced, and that at best, probably main. This is a big jump. A big jump. They're playing the 25th ranked team in the world. And a few months ago, he was playing the 500th best team in the world. Pretty stunning stuff.
Oh no. This round already done, basically. 3 kills going in hot and heavy. Selter and Norvi looking for anything. Selter.
Woohoo!
That's nice. Takes
He's
down
hit
the
some cheeky
monster of
digs.
Salazar.
He has hit some cheeky digs.
Oh, if only they could hit some cheeky rifle shots.
Yeah, that would help.
Certainly at some point they need to abandon this double op. It just hasn't really... Like, Lofty keeps doing this aggro push in towards sewer tunnel. And maybe he gets one, but then he's in such an awkward spot to actually do anything about the site, and he usually dies. So, I haven't loved that. I think Laddie's been fine in defensive of A. We haven't really seen it that much yet. They've been getting bullied and pulled over towards B more often than not, but...
I think the standout so far has been reacting to what ECSTATIC is showing, or I guess the lack of reaction really is the glaring thing. Is yeah, this is a map where the CD side is so dominant at the top level because it is so easy to react, and everyone kind of gets it these days of how to do it. But Memo hasn't made it just yet. I'm sure Starix, with all his experience, has some ideas how to remedy this defense, but have we had a pause yet? It'd be nice to have a couple before this gets really out of hand.
Don't think we have.
I don't think we have.
I think it's out of hand. I think Starix is busy drawing up strats for Anubis.
Yes.
At this point.
Maybe. Ooh, fast B. And only Lackey is here.
Oh god, Lackey. Gonna get caught. Lacking. Oh my god, he does not. No slacking. No lacking. Somehow the flick onto the second player. The monster push meets a wall, and that wall is named Lackey. Can he get a third? He's doing damage. He's finding it, and he's doing so very much. Lackey will not give up this bomb site.
One in the name stands for one-man army. That was... How did he hold on? Even if he got two, where were the trades? Oh, I mean, when ECSTATIC watch the demo back and they know that he is so low B, they will be mincing themselves for not getting more aggressive. But I don't know how Lackey gets the second. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. 4K overall. He just saved their asses because they made a very risky call to play 4 into A.
Oh, poor Seltzer. Catches that, nade on the chin. That's the first round they get on the board. That's wild. Getting caught out on a site that they had nobody on, and Lackey just goes supernova. After being quiet all game. Still, by hook or by crook, you're going to take whatever rounds you can get at this point. Doesn't matter how you win them, just that you do. Look at the positioning for Cabby. He's worked his way all the way along. I think Norvy's watching for this from the dumpster.
Kenzie sees your flank, and he's decided his is better. All the way in behind.
Oh, this is interesting. And he'll get that. And Norvy finds their own flank. So this is falling apart. Suddenly, all at once.
That felt like it went a little too well.
Yeah.
The defense. I guess they knew long was open. The push through connector seemed to be perfect from Kenzie. And the B players, by virtue of not going for short water control, had 3 eyes on Monster. Shows you how dominant it was for ECSTATIC that they still have money for a full investment after 2 pretty chaotic rounds, let's say. It's 3A. It's 3A right now for the defense. They're risking it a little bit. Flashes over again. Mackenzie can't peek because the molly onto balloons. And what is the rotation as they get forced back on A? I guess they'll keep 3 here for now. But at some point they need to, as I was talking about earlier, think about maybe some B aggression if A keeps having the pressure piled on.
Here's Laddie's chance. More aggressively postured here in towards A. He's mostly been sitting back towards the site. Here's to become the opportunity. Kenzie finds contact a second as well. Never mind. The op. Barely even a distraction needed. Oh, gonna miss the one opportunity. Astounding how the fortunes of Aurora have seemingly changed.
He's rotating
There's no
a long
one
way
watching
off.
construction.
This could get scary.
Oh, There's the flashbang. There's one. The second, not able to come through, but they've got it eventually. But a damage taken on. Bomb can likely transition to be planted. Queenix is so far forward. Norvy's ready for it, though, and he's out of bullets. He ran out of bullets, Alan. That's a bit of a tragedy for Queenix. Should have had that kill.
We've had one clutch from Salazar. Can this kid make it too?
First shot goes wide. Second shot as well, and that's all he's going to get. All the magic pixie dust he had earlier appears to have run a bit dry.
Thank God for Kenzie. Glad he missed a couple sitters. Thank God for Kenzie. Ripping heads in toilets.
The bank's finally run out.
Still gonna buy.
Yeah, I mean, it's there, but it's gonna finally be drained.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean they got almost full. We're gonna have full loss bonus if they lose this one. So could be more down the line. We'll see if they switch up anything. It's been a lot of default rounds because they had a couple cracks at early B pops, and the one time they did go into the weakest defense imaginable, like he was a little bit too strong. So I don't kind of blame them for being a little bit lost.
I mean, now Ryan's already found here as well. They're not going to be mad about this, whichever way these last three end. But, oh, Laddie on the timing. On the timing, just as Cabby comes around the corner. And the bathrooms player is not looking. I don't know if he's had the calm. There he has. Okay, so we'll advance forward. Was curious whether he was aware that Lackey had given up the angle. And they're going to withdraw. Cabby's taking all this space. We're getting a boost up here. Is he going to find a kill? It absolutely will. So now this B defense softened up. Lackey goes looking, and he will connect. His magic continuing here, but it's a full fight out construction. Now they know the player's out of position, but they don't respond.
Cabby's in behind.
Position. He's so far forward.
Oh, he doesn't even know it.
Checked. Kenzie. Great awareness there.
Oh, they're out of nades as well now. It gets really hard. Laddie is in such a strong position. I don't know how you cross this AWP without any nades. You've just got to somehow connive a way to never go into the crosshair.
I picked the best path, perhaps, and a player in towards water. He's not actually going to look. So that's how you do it. Because the guy doesn't look, but the kill does come through. And that's going to be a heck of a tag. Nade nearly finishes him. Kraken 1 HP, just going to get the bomb down and pray. A little bit of money here, but ooh, his days are numbered. His moments are numbered. Not many seconds left. And indeed, Kenzie comes in for the clear.
He's desperate to force some sort of headshot angle. But not to be. That was madness on a Cabby. Lurks his way up. Knows the player's falling off long. Doesn't quite get the kill as he goes back behind the dice. And then somehow a smoke goes down and Kenzie walks all the way up to Divider. And wow, there was so many chances for that A engagement between those two players to go differently. But it didn't. Aurora. It's not pretty, but they're making it work.
Interesting bit of spam battle here. Was an AK might have gone better.
Oh,
He's on the angle. Another shot goes wide. He's not having a good time of it with the AWP, and now he's lost a teammate as a result. Norvy comes up to get the trade. That gives him confirmation that there's a player in this angle, and Queenix will capitalize. Body. Gonna be on an island this time. There's no one to hide up his deficiencies. You gotta hit these shots. He's had a lot of opportunities, and not sure so many of them have connected.
All the time. Check out Manx. Check him out.
Oh, this could be huge. This could be huge. Smoke, though, tips it off. And there's a rotation coming up. Laddie actually pressures forward. Manx can't connect the shots. Laddie gets one. Pressure on now. Blindsiding the upper. 2-1-2. Utility limited here for ECSTATIC, but the health is certainly limited for Celter. I think he is. Actually, a face in. This could be.
Oh, I think Bank's clear.
Open. Don't necessarily have the read, and Queenix doesn't have the shot, but the bomb did go down. Lucky's nowhere close. He's going for the long approach, and that means that Queenix, if he wants, can actually work into a post plant here. And indeed he has. He's got the read. He's got the read. He's got the right idea. Just needs to trust his instincts. Pulled off at the wrong moment. Bomb's not planted for him. Lucky's going to think this is on the other side. But in doing so, sets himself up. The smoke was the perfect trigger. Double digits in the first half for ECSTATIC.
These rounds are getting a little bit funky. Aurora had free A at the start. AWP is posted on regular mid by the stairs. And they walk straight into it. And Laddie... It's a fair criticism to say he's mechanically not been there just yet here on the map, and they needed that kill. The setup was perfect. It's designed to stop a contact play, and they can't capitalize. They're falling further behind after the plant goes askew. ECSTATIC on double digits is going to start feeling really good now, aren't they?
Smoke fade. Oh, better not get caught with utility here, Selther. He's out of there. Never mind. Can't get far enough away. Locky now under major pressure. Drop the smoke to give himself some cover, but that is a bit of a tip-off, perhaps. One kill found here, a second as well. Locky continues his run of form, but it may not matter. The balance of power has swung, and it's not in their favor. Lottie will even the scoreline, but it's all about Queenix. Look at Queenix up on A. They got plenty of time. Calby just needs to keep them focused in here, keep them from suspecting what lies in wait.
Kenzie? No way.
Just click bank. Oh, no, laddie. Dead man there. Dead man walking. Queenix, do you check barrels? No! Apparently not.
Did Queenix need to speed up? I mean,
no.
Cabby's so low. Oh my god. That's the only way he wins the round.
That'll work. And we're going to the half. And we're in here. 11-4, the scoreline. ECSTATIC dominant in the early moments and strong in the close as well. Aurora with a very slim horde of rounds to try and build from here, Alan.
We need some Borealis to light the way, don't we? That would help a little bit. Cabby tagged up. Is he going to get out of dodge? He's actually committing to playing the off angle. Isn't getting checked. And oh, look at the gap they've just found up here. There's nobody in defensive long just yet.
Good luck, Cabby. Dinked already. USP. Better hit the shots of his life. Got some expensive stickers on the USP. Let's see if they help him out in this one. First shot wide. Not going to get a whole lot more. He's out by dice, and he is dealt with. So now long-range dualies. Kenzie already taking forward positioning here. Going to get crunched upon. Kenzie's down. A 4-on-4 retake is afoot here, Alan.
It's a bank after plant. That's where the bomb is planted for. Lucky can't win the duel, but his teammates indeed push in for that control. There's no kit, but all the frags are going the way of ECSTATIC.
Oh, no. And they know where the last is. I think Laddie's been spotted. Salazar certainly knows. Here's the swing in. There's the elimination. Plenty of time for this defuse. Surprised they even came off of it in the first place, to be quite frank.
That almost looked too easy on the after plant. That was Aurora get the bomb site, 5-on-4. Nobody's nearby. And there were too many one-on-ones, weren't there? In the end. If Kenzie has a teammate, they get that's a trade in toilets. And they hold on to more control.
Indubitably.
What was that word?
Indubitably?
I don't know what that means. Enlighten me.
Indubitably. What does indubitably mean? Undoubtedly, basically, I think.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Without doubt.
Yeah, I get it now.
In a manner that leaves no possibility of doubt. Like undoubtedly. Salazar, padding his stats. Couple nice kills there. Off by the fountain, and this is a very important round for ECSTATIC. It's the backbreaker. And Novi's back. Consider it broken. The bomb's still in con. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Went with the bulk of the players that were dismantled by Salazar now. It's going to be stuck in a really awkward spot. I don't know if Lackey was seen there, but I also don't know if it matters. Great shot from Seltzer. Took a dink and turn. I don't know if he's going to feel comfortable crossing out of this position. He's waiting on Lackey to save him.
They know they have him trapped.
Yeah.
Lackey has to kill Salazar to open up some avenue.
Call Lackey the crowbar, because he's got to do it here. And he's not. He's not. You're on your lonesome, Seltzer. You're stuck in a hallway. They're going to face you. They're going to swing you. They're going to kill you.
All too easy. Wow. Aurora just has no win left in the sales. They are so deflated. Of course, we're only at the start of this T-side campaign, but they let so much slip on the defense. Losing pistol after being in a good position that round. Full force into it and don't get a great deal out. Almost left in a bad position. Lost the early frags. Now it's just a half buy. And this kind of feels like a must win if there's any route to turning this map around.
Ooh, Queen X, nice catch. That's a good one.
He's had a great map.
He really has.
Salazar's had the highlight reel moments. Queen X has been Mr. Consistent.
I mean, 18-8 is kind of astounding, especially considering that he's, frequently right in the thick of things. Not exactly the cleanup crew. This round, we might need a cleanup crew. There's a mess in front of Seltzer. Kragen's looking to clean it up.
With bullets.
With bullets.
Taos done in Germany.
Do you have a nice mess? Bullets. In Germany. Oh, I guess Overpass is in Germany. Huh? Noivy, shot to the back of the head. They're fighting a lot.
Yeah.
They're committing it against these Deegs, but it's all going to be good if you're Salazar and you could just kill two.
Yeah, that was, I don't know. Maybe a little overzealous, but they get away with it. They got so much runway from here.
Cabby could have bought the op and dropped it over to Salazar, but he purchased too far down, so they're not going to be with the op in this one. 4 rifles up.
We'll allow them a few errors.
I mean, they
Would
get
be
to do
nice.
whatever they want at this point.
Would be
but
nice. So Lackey's calling, by the way, according to Wikipedia, or Aurora. To my knowledge, he didn't have a big part of that side of the game in Entropic. Of course, it was Nickelback, but you'd have thought the Elians of the world would be the other vocal players.
Maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, it could have been Lackey. I'm not doubting it.
Oh, nice find for Kenzie. Kraken getting very aggressive here. I mean, I think the reality is, especially with online competition, I assume that one of the strong voices in the team was just Hooch on a regular basis. That's a nice shot from Kenzie. Now they've opened up the A side of the map entirely. This is a bit disastrous. ECSTATIC's going to group to try and play together. Salazar getting back 1 kill, but a trade on the second isn't very favorable. Another in tough spots. The question becomes, do you just work on saving this round? It's still just a 2v3. This is very viable. Bomb's not down yet. So it seems like they're going to evaluate their options. And with Salazar working his way into the back lines, this is going to be a bit of a cheeky position to play from. If he can find Kenzie for free, the game is very much afoot. But it doesn't look like they want the
They're
game.
just so far off, aren't they? He needs to get up and flanking as that T side were rounding toilets towards A. Just a little bit slow. That round was kind of over before it started. And it'll actually be a pretty difficult buy call in the following for ECSTATIC. I guess they will, because Manx, Kraken, and Queenix have cash in the bank. And we'd like to see an AWP next time as well. That'd be much appreciated. On the Lackey conversation, it kind of... So when he came out of Entropic, he actually had quite a lot of good spots, or at least spots that should demand high mechanics, and he wasn't having the best, individual plays, obviously. That's why they opted to go with Mir in the end. And I think they would have made the change anyway, even if someone like Mir wasn't on the table. And I do kind of feel like, for someone like Lackey, who has been around for a long time, maybe it is a good switch to go into a different role, to go into calling, where you can have more influence on the game than just your individual play.
Yeah, certainly can.
He played good in the first half. It wasn't individually his fault either. That 4K was insane.
No, certainly not. And I mean, you've also got a very young team with this one, right? Pressure faces. So he's bringing more of that experience. Salazar is bringing more of that opping. 19 kill. We're in 20 rounds. Let's see if he can match the total. Flashbang, good. Lackey trying to pressure, but there's the support of Cabby, and now this A-take is gone by the wayside. Complete disaster here. 2v5 to attempt to recover despite the limited weaponry in some of the ECSTATIC players' hands. It's just not much going to matter if you don't have the numbers to fight them.
Why does Manx only have a deagle?
He dropped the op, I believe.
And nobody could give him anything in return?
And he said, I drop op, you go kill everybody. Good deal.
That is the strategy.
That's an IGL right
That's a
there.
good one. God, they need a miracle, and ECSTATIC have just cleaned out A. They know nobody's here. Cabby's in heaven, 2 in short. I don't know how you break this.
Cabby's moved off of heaven. That makes it a lot easier. Manx, though. About to find one. Unarmored Deagle doesn't last, and Norvi finds the second. It was all to set up Queenix. That's what he was trying to do. Instead, this is going to get real interesting. Kraken fast into the same angle. That might not be predicted. Norvi could wander into this, but he's playing it safe. At least for the moment. Good read. Kraken clearing out a lot of the space, a lot of this ground, a lot of this territory. They should have a pretty good idea of where this is coming from, but it just turns into a 1v1 trade. And now Selter's on the angle. Where do they think he is? They don't know, so they just go for the defuse. They go for the stick. Now Cabby's got no help to defend this. Little hasty here from ECSTATIC, and Cabby's got to win one heck of a duel. He's going to tap the bomb and go to his death.
If the scoreline was closer, we would be ripping into ECSTATIC for how they played that after plant.
Yeah.
That was... Well, even the late round was a bit bizarre. Deagle first contact from short. Wow, they really didn't... They never set themselves up well in that round, and God, I'm not surprised to see a pause. That was a pretty big big blunder, I guess you'd say, from ECSTATIC.
Just really forcing the issue.
If
This is the
they've been
first
the
time
last
out
few
they've
rounds,
used.
the last few rounds have looked like this since they got in touching distance.
I'd imagine this is a conversation being had where they're really focusing on, look, guys, yes, we are about to win this game. But the way we win this game is not forcing every fight we possibly can. It's chilling out. I don't actually know if this team has a coach. They don't have one listed on HLTV. So let's see.
It's a good
Do you
question.
have one for them? Because these are the moments.
Think so, because it would have been. Well, at one point
Yeah.
it would have been Trace actually, but not towards the end.
Been a
Yeah,
minute.
left to the end of the year. Yeah.
These are the moments where a more experienced voice could be very helpful to just calm them down. Remind them how they go about winning. Someone biffed that HE, and this could be a problem. Okay, it gets interesting for a moment, but it is a 2-on-2.
I think it still is very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. They know where the bomb is. Salazar's going around the world. Oh, Salazar, keep going, keep going, keep going. This could be so spicy. The P250 backstab to end it all. And they are stalling. They are slow into this. They're just now creeping around. Salazar could end it. He spotted one. He wants to get close, though. He spotted the two of them. How far do you want to get up? You might get a rifle to do this. Oh, my goodness. And he's won it! Map point found! Patience, discipline, calm. That's everything they needed. And it's everything Salazar brought to the table.
Did they really just win a round
Yes.
pushing Monster on pistols?
Yep.
Wow. You don't see that every day. And just as Aurora, I mean, we thought the map was out of distance, but at least make it compelling. Just as they were starting to stabilize, just they had some good rounds, they were capitalizing upon the mistakes of ECSTATIC. They dropped the ball in the biggest way possible. Look at the buy for the T side. It is shocking. It is bargain basement. This is eBay no refund policy. This is, oh, God, couldn't get any worse. We've all been there.
Masters.
No returns.
Ooh, spots a pixel. Thought the player was coming his way. He's going to reposition. There's a path towards A, at least. Kabi's trying to come in to adjust to that. That's unfortunate. Sets up Salazar in a tough spot, but as we've seen before, tough spots seem to be where he thrives. That's a leg shot, not a kill. Now you need Kabi to step up, but he's going to do exactly that. Look at the damage on these players out long. Look at the damage. Selther, so low. Lottie, already collected. So Kenzie and Selther in a 2v3 with the weight of this round and this game on their shoulders. Kenzie coming looking. Cracking the angle, though. He's down, and it's all on the Selther. No health, no time. No opportunities. 3 bullets and 3 targets to find. First one presents. This
He's
is another
never going to expect long.
Still, they can't over-aggress. Manx recognizing it is falling away. Queenix spots, realizes he's not there. Now gets back on the bathroom angle to play with his teammate. Knowing that he's going to have to cross. Here comes the contact. Now they've seen it. It's over. That's the setup. There was no escape. 16-6. Dominant on Overpass. The only silver lining you can say is at least it was ECSTATIC's map pick.
Yeah, it still felt a little bit flat, though. And ECSTATIC picking up where they left off earlier, that was brilliant. So much of that map, so composed. I know they stumbled a little bit at the end, but the game was already over. And I've been so impressed by this team. They don't, this is a team of